Joining me today on NYSE Floor Talk is Jonas Prising. He is the Chair and CEO at ManpowerGroup. Jonas, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you're here today. You are marking 75 years as an organization. Congratulations, that's quite a milestone.
Thank you.
And as part of that, you launched your Manpower campaign. Tell me about that campaign.
You know, it's a really exciting campaign for us. We have a brand that's been in the market for 75 years. And the campaign, Human Power, really emphasizes the centricity of the human within the future of work. We read a lot about the things that are happening with Gen AI, or whether it's driverless cars and all kinds of technological transformation. But we continue to be, and have always been, firm believers that the human is at the center of the evolution of the future work. We believe it's essentially the workers of the future that determine the future work. And that's why we wanted to put the human inside our great branding campaign, and also responding to this notion of candidates and job seekers and employees really having a powerful position with the trends that are changing the labor markets all over the world.
Now tell me, how has the company evolved to meet the needs of clients and candidates around the world?
Well, as you can imagine, it's been a long journey over 75 years in over 70 countries for our company in terms of the services and products that we deliver. But it's really been an evolution over time, and think about this as the impact of demographic changes, industrialization, technology, globalization. Our business has evolved with all of those changes, not only here in the US and North America, in Europe, in Latin America, and in Asia. So we've essentially become a much more global organization, a much more diversified in terms of our service offerings and the skills that we provide to our clients and our candidates, the opportunities that they can look for work. And we have also evolved our products so that they better respond to a rapidly changing labor market and world of work.
Now you mentioned that you're in over 70 markets around the world, the largest in the US, France, the UK, Italy, and Japan, and you're in nearly every sector. Tell me, what do your clients and the people you put into work care about?
Well, we've been through a very interesting evolution over the last, I would say, 15 years. Before that, you would see labor markets really moving in sync with some delay, economic cycles. Over the last 15 years, structural trends have started to impact the labor markets. Demographic changes, an aging population, less people on the labor market unless there's a slow flow of immigration. Accelerating technological change, driving significant needs for different skills. A more global environment, companies adapting to this changing world geopolitically, events, so that they are nearshoring, changing their supply chain thinking, and finally, individuals making different choices. I think the pandemic was an interesting look into the future, or what it looks like when all those forces converge and hit very, very quickly. Significant skill shortages, rapidly changing skill sets, very different operating models from a company perspective. And so we've really seen that evolution, and we've of course adjusted our business to meet the needs of the markets as it is evolving today, but also as it evolves into the future.
And with advancements in AI and sustainability needs shaping the future of work, how is ManpowerGroup preparing its workforce and clients for these transformations?
Well, we think the green transition is one of the major changes that are going to be impacting labor markets, as we think Gen AI and AI, generally speaking, is going to change the skill sets of the people. The green transition, most of those jobs are existing jobs with a twist. A construction worker using different, more green materials to build buildings or construct structures. 40% of those jobs are new jobs that exist already, be it solar panel installation experts and others. And then 5% you could really think of as new jobs that are coming along as technologies are emerging. We think this is a massive skills transformation that is going to hit a lot of sectors across the world, and we are helping our candidates prepare for that change by providing training opportunities to a much, much greater degree than we used to do in the past. And from an AI perspective, a lot of the work here is on the accelerated transition trying to understand what skill sets are going to be needed and be AI resilient, and which ones are going to be automated and no longer done by humans, and help and accompany companies as well as candidates and our associates in this massive transformation that is accelerating.
All right, you are here today, you're celebrating 75 years of ManpowerGroup. You're going to be ringing the closing bell to celebrate this milestone. So tell me, what does this event mean for the company and your vision for the future?
Well, I think it's a celebration of 75 years of evolution, but we are very rooted in the values of how we were originally founded. Very early on, the two founders of our company, and notwithstanding one of our brand names, Manpower, the first employee was a female that helped them prepare a legal brief on a short-term assignment. They said, well, this is very handy for our law firm. Maybe others will be interested. And remember, this is the time when 10 million soldiers returned from Europe and where 10 million women had been engaged in the workforce while the soldiers were fighting in various theaters. So they were then out of the workforce, but were ready, willing, and trained workforce that we could tap into and start our business, and frankly start our business and our industry here in the United States in the mid-40s. So we started a business that has evolved and changed tremendously. But the belief of our founders was always this: we can run a fantastic business, but we should never forget that by providing meaningful and sustainable employment to lots of people, we're also doing good from a societal perspective and in the communities where we work and live. And that duality and purpose, with everything else changing and our business changing tremendously, has always stayed a touchstone for our organization and our people in ManpowerGroup.
Well, congratulations on this wonderful milestone.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Thank you, Judy.